Here we go. She don't know what. That's it. Boom. There you are. Hello.
Hi, baby. Hold on. I was while you was doing the music, I thought we was gonna be Bop Bop Baloo Wobbin. So I went over there and got me a cup of juice. Hold on, let me add I gotta add my little spritzer to it, you know.
Whoa.
I'm drinking light tonight. Drinking real light.
You drinking light tonight?
Very light, a little light. You know, let me get a little chaser. Where the top just went at? I don't want to have to drink all this. Where the top went at, Lord?
Look, oh, I love that chair.
Lord, I need a top.
Nice chair.
Micheal Colyar, can you find me a top?
What kind of top you need?
A top?
Like a blouse or a jacket?
No, I just need a top.
A top for your cup?
A top?
Oh, I don't know what kind of top you mean now. Hey, y'all, while she's doing that, let me show you a little bit of her show.
Wait a minute. I found it. Oh, look, I found the top. Look at me.
Along with me, the world and my
Look at me.
The most hurtful thing is...
Hold up.
Oh, my God, look at me.
Wait,
I found the top. I found it.
You found the top. You are the top.
What you cut the comments off for? You know, I love to see the people, you know. I need.
Oh, I'm going to cut the comments right back on then since you say you love it. The reason I take the comments off is I don't want the comments on your face. You know?
Oh, you don't
want
I want
to be able to see you. But when I put the comments on, look at that. Look at that. Comments all on your face.
That's what I was.
You got to work around the comments.
Did y'all hear me asking Micheal Colyar, can he find me a top? I went back there. I found the
then
top.
I figured out what the hell you meant by top. I said, let me back out of that now. Wait a minute, let me see. I want to go to this and put the Bluetooth on because I want them to see this. This is you. And I don't want them to just see it. I want them to hear it.
Hey, y'all, what's up? What is up in the comment section? I love y'all. Listen, I'm here with the legendary Micheal Colyar. Micheal Colyar in the house, honey, you know. And my dog calls me all the time. Sometimes my dog catch me when I'm working. Sometimes my dog be working. You know what I'm saying? My dog catch me all the time. Anytime my dog call me, I slide through. What's up, Lonzo? What's up, Lonzo? What's up? What's up, y'all, in the comments down there, baby? We about to chop it up for a hot little minute.
I just had you right on here. I need to show them something of you. There it is.
What is these shades that you got on? With you don't
these
like
David Fords. This a black designer named David Ford. So he is my sponsor.
What's up, Craig? Well, what the hell you got them? What the hell you taking your drawers and wiping your drawers across your
Well, that's the way I try to clean my glasses. You know, I need to make sure my glasses are good and clean. Not only that, you know what? I don't know if you knew about this or not, but I actually made my first mask out of a pair of drawers. That's my first mask because people be wearing these masks. But if you just take the regular mask is just a piece of cloth. So you got this stuff you blowing out is the bad shit. It bounced right back up in your face and you smelling it. Now, with drawers, first of all, it's 2-ply because there's space there for the dingling. It's 2-ply, right? With the drawers, you can pull these over. Very fashionable. Very fashionable. Look how they work with a suit. Very fashionable. Sportswear. If you see somebody wearing a mask and their nose is out, that's wrong. That's wrong.
Oh, no.
You're not wearing a mask if your nose is out. That's like having your drawers on, but your dingling is hanging over the top. Okay, so I got this, and what's really good, first it breathes, look. It breathes, but what's really good is it's wonderful for social distancing. Don't no motherfucker want to be around you when you got your drawers on your face. I just want to say that. So I made my first pair. I just want to share that with you. Now look,
so that helps make people stay 6 feet from you when you have the drawers on your face.
More than 6 feet. They stay all the way across the other side of the room.
Now listen, well, the hell, if you put a little peanut butter on the front.
That's why you got to show.
If you put a little peanut butter, like a little strip of peanut butter right there, You know, put a little Nutella. Put a little Nutella on it, baby. They ain't coming nowhere around you. They actually gonna call the folks on you for coming in the store with that on your face.
This is your girl T.S. Madison.
They had to
Up
see the
front. That's all they need,
Listen.
the teaser, so they know who we talking to. We talking
So-
to Miss T.S. Madison. And
So have you watched some of it? Have you watched the first episode?
hell, what you mean? Hell yeah, I was the first one there. I was
Yeah.
sitting there with
Did you
popcorn
enjoy
like
it?
this. Huh?
Okay, well, since you watched the first episode, let me interview you.
Okay, and I loved it, and I love the cliffhanger. The cliffhanger is the killer. That's why
Yeah, honey,
what's gonna happen tomorrow.
we got to see what's gonna happen tomorrow. Let me interview you. Okay, as a straight black man, watching this television show, the T.S. Madison Experience, were there any learning points on the show that were relatable to you? Did you find any, because, I don't want...
Tons of lessons are in the show. First of all, you're teaching us how a person can be themselves, even if they're different from the rest of the world. I mean, the life you chose is not what you consider generally accepted in America or probably anywhere. And you chose a hard life to live, and you have to battle that. In fact, I understand the struggle of it when you have a mother who is so into God, such a Christian, who had to watch her son become a daughter, but her son became a daughter, and she has to accept that, learn to live with that, but it's also your struggles with it. How do you deal with the people? How do you deal with your life? How do you evolve into what you're being? And it doesn't just apply to sexuality. It applies to anything in life. If it's something that's totally against you, that people are saying no, that you stand up and you keep moving forward and you make your life happen, that you unfold into your greatest self. Oh, all that's in the show.
Right. And see, those were, I'm so glad that you said that and you picked up on those points, because I didn't want people to think that the show that we were creating was just about the trans experience.
No,
it's the T.S. Madison experience, giving you a life experience where you guys are watching what goes on in my life and applying some of these things, to yourself. I ain't having no journey no different than nobody else. It's just that my journey is I want to have a platform or a television show like Wendy, like Oprah, or like the greats, and no shade to them, because those girls I bow to, because those girls are who I look at to be, this is what I love. Ricky Lake. I loved Ricky Lake show.
I loved Ricky Lake. I like the
Jesse Raphael
more than the thin one. I like the big Ricky Lake when she was still hefty.
Oh yes,
she was more free, and she was.
Yeah, ain't nothing like a big girl.
Got more conservative.
Yeah, I don't want to be conservative. And see, here's the thing about the show that I want to manifest in the future. I don't want the show that I'm putting together in the future to be so. It doesn't need to be as tight as an Oprah show, and it doesn't need to be as gossipy as a Wendy show. It could be somewhere around in between. It could be. I want it to be a mix between Oprah, Wendy, Ricky Lake, Phil Donahue, Geraldo Rivera. All the talk shows that I love. Like this is what I want to pattern after. Like all the talk shows that I love. Right now we have the current greats. The current great is Oprah. The current great is Wendy. And I'm not shading Wendy, even though I joke around and say Wendy, whatever I say, Wendy Bartholomew, or when I do that little joke, I'm not shading Wendy. I actually look at Wendy as as a super icon who came, from where she came from, and just she didn't fit in. She didn't fit in. However, she made a whole space and made everybody else want to come and fit in. She didn't fit in the world, so she created a world, and she made everybody want to come and fit into that. You don't want the rap of Wendy Williams on your ass. You don't want that. Like, you don't want to end up, you either want it in a good way or you want it in a bad way, but you want Wendy to be talking about it. So, then we got Oprah. Oprah was told no 1 billion times, and now she's a billionaire.
That's right. That's right.
Her influence, has dominated the country, just dominated the globe. She sat down with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle just yesterday, day before whatever it was, day before yesterday, And look, she got the world on fire. You know,
Oh, they
she
on
got them
fire
on
right now.
fire talking about it.
But you know,
So
Gail ain't no joke either.
yeah, but Gail ain't no joke.
No.
But I like Gail is different from, like, I respect Gail.
She's not in the realm of an Oprah, but I think at least in the realm of a Wendy. Because in the last year or two, she's done some of the most amazing interviews on the planet. And so
Yeah,
she's getting some eyes on her, you know, but I don't know if she has the kind of courage or that type of drive energy that either of those two have. Because both of them are beasts.
You know what Gail gives me? She gives me a clean-cut Nancy Grace.
Oh, okay.
Nancy Grace was a mess, though. Nancy Grace was stern. She was real. I used to tear Nancy Grace ass up. I used to be watching Nancy Grace, and I was hot with Nancy Grace because of the way she used to drag Michael Jackson. I felt some kind of way.
Yes.
The way she used to be on top of Michael Jackson. You know, and I've never believed that Michael Jackson was really. These are my personal opinions. I never really believed that Michael Jackson was guilty in that situation. Nancy Grace dragged him from the moment.
Yeah, he wasn't.
From the moment. You get what I'm saying? But she was a beast, though. Like, before she got on that Michael Jackson shit, I used to really sit down and watch lots of Nancy Grace, because, you know, she drew me in because she was like that. She was really stern and whatever. But Gail made me really look at her when she did the R. Kelly thing. When R. Kelly got, "That's my life here, man." Robert. When she just sat there like,
yes,
"Nigga,
Robert,
don't you know I got 50 security guards here that's gonna wear them on your ass, bitch? You jump over here on my ass, you put ass."
Robert.
So, you know, for me, I respect Gail. I love Oprah. Oprah just has.
Ain't nobody like Oprah though. Nobody. Listen, I don't care. None of them that you name. Nobody's like Oprah.
Nobody's like Oprah.
Michael Jackson was. Michael Jackson was truly the king of pop. It was like other people claim to be the king of pop, but there was Michael Jackson and then all them other motherfuckers. But Michael Jackson, no one was even in that realm. Oprah's like that. No one is in that realm. You want to do a lot of shit. Anybody to get on that level.
Anybody that wants to occupy an Oprah space. Oprah. Wait, are we frozen?
You freezing up a little bit?
Wait, that's what I said. Are we frozen? We good
you
now?
are just a little bit. Let me tell you something else I get from watching you. And I've been studying you, not just on this show, but on your Queen's show. I've been studying how you operate and how you deal with people. What I get from your show is that team shit. The way you work your team. You know, none of these shows are successful unless they got a kick-ass team. People who are there dedicated for you. They understand what your mission is, and they're down to help you get your mission done. And I watch all your folks. You got Legra, your manager, Craig, crazy-ass Craig, the showrunner.
Well, listen, what do you think about Craig? Craig is a bit of a diva, is he not?
Craig, he is a diva, but sometimes you need a diva to get it done for you.
You know, and here's the thing. We got to see how far Craig is going to go, how far Craig is going to push my pussy. Is Craig going to, you know what I'm saying, give me a lot? Because Craig is, you know, Craig, I love Craig, but Craig is very much so, Craig likes to headbutt me, you know?
Okay, that's not good. That's not good. And that's one thing you have to understand. Anyone who's trying to be in the business we're in, the business of show, you have to understand that the star is the star. That's the head kookamook and bottle washer.
But me as being a star, I also have to recognize, you get what I'm saying, that I'm not always right. And so I do need to be head-butted a little bit. Not too much, Craig, because Craig, I know you down here in the comments. I do need to be head-butted.
No, but wait, I want to stop that. Hold up. It's not the headbutt. That ain't what I'm talking about. You do need to be corrected because your team, if they really down for you, like my team, you know, I got Malika Blessing, who's my right hand for all the stuff I'm doing in any of the businesses. She could pull me to the side and say, wait, that ain't right. No, we ain't doing it like that. No, that don't work. That's not the same as headbutting. Headbutting is when they're telling you what you gonna do, and that shit ain't gonna happen. because
Oh yeah, no, it ain't gonna happen.
and they shouldn't make you feel like that. They shouldn't feel like that they are going to tell you how to do your shit. They should make you feel like they're going to guide you to the way that's going to make your thing work and be better.
Yeah.
But ain't no
He gives me that. He gives me
Yeah.
that. I'm not gonna sit up here in front of Craig. He gives me that, and I do honestly feel that, you know, Craig is definitely there in place for the betterment of the whole brand in total.
Years ago, I used to watch Steve Harvey when he first started radio here in Los Angeles. And the guy kept butting head with him as a guy who's still in radio named Hollywood. And you know that it's going on when you hear it outside the circle. Because whatever's going on with your team, ain't nobody outside the team supposed to know that shit.
Right.
You keep it within you, even if y'all don't like what's going on, you keep it amongst yourself. And then you start hearing Steve say, man, don't forget who Shoulders is. Your ass will be out here, don't forget. And man, sure as rain is wet. Poof, that motherfucker was gone.
Yeah, I don't have that. Now, I will say that I don't have that. I don't have that problem with Craig. Like, we bump heads with ideas and things, you know, but I don't have that issue with Craig. Like, I must say that I don't have that issue with Craig. Like, I don't have him out of. Now, Craig is a queen, honey, so sometimes that whole be chit-chatting, that whole chit-chat like queens do. But I just, you know, I don't have the issue with Craig, you know. And then I have Oliver over here. Oliver is he's my visual person. I don't even really know how to explain it. Like, Oliver makes
you call him your AV person.
AV,
remember
yeah,
when
he makes sure that shit be.
Remember high school? They had audio visual. They'd come around and puch the little cart and shut. He's your AV guy.
Yeah, but he way more than that. Like, he's way more than that. Like, you know, I really value a lot of the things that he brings to the show, brings to the brand, and I mean, I extremely value that because you only as good as you look.
My team had to pull me back with some stuff today, made me look kind of bad because I was doing stuff that made it look like I didn't know what I was doing, you know. But me being hard-headed, I'm driving through anyway. And then right after the show, they put me to the side. They say, partner, we can't do that no more. That don't make you look good. We are not doing it like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's not bumping heads with me. It's saying, hey, that ain't a good look for you. That ain't working for you. And the really good team knows how to bring it to you where they bring it to you in such a way where they understand this is your shit and we're helping you win. Because when the leader wins, everybody on the team wins.
Right.
When you go to the bank, everybody get Mercedes, you know?
Correct. And see, that's my goal. That's my goal. You know, no matter what it is that we bump heads on or whatever it is that we go through, my goal, my extreme goal is for us as a team to win. And yes, moving forward in what I'm doing right now, because as you guys continue to watch the show, you'll see that there are added components that come in. Like, there are things that happen that I didn't even expect to happen during the taping of the show. So there's like a lot of things happen, a lot of people that I met that are coming in to try to move the pieces around. And so, yes, I'm going to grow. My brand is going to grow. Yeah. My business is going to grow. But I've always wanted my core to go with me, you know? I've always wanted them to go with me. You know, I'm going to try to make a space, you know, and if any motherfucking person say that I haven't tried to make a space for them is a liar. Because I have tried to make spaces for like the people that have been around, but then, you know, sometimes it don't work. Like,
sometimes it don't work though.
It just don't work.
Yeah. So I mean, the question I was going to ask you, because I watch you with your team, and it's got to they got to be your friends and your family for you to be with them the kind of hours we have to put in together to make the shows work, you know? And they have to be ready to do some sacrificing, because until we get this paper, they can't get that paper, you know? And they got to understand that and flow with us. And I watch how your team flow in and out. And I know they all have their own individual personalities. That's what makes it really, really great. But the question I would want to know is, how did you really get started towards this path? Because I saw you with the movies and the things you did earlier, and you were just wilding out. But at some point, you stopped and focused and started turning it into a real thing, making it a show, building a positive image. How did that change? How did that turn around to that?
Well, here's the thing. If you paid attention, and you probably did, you probably didn't. If you looked at my movies were niche type movies, but they were produced up. And I've always been
Mm-hmm.
comedy, like funny. Like I've always tried to find the comedy in something. And
Right.
I've been more of a like gag comedy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like spoof and like using things like gags and props. Like, you know,
Right,
that's
right.
what type of comedy I've always been. And even in my adult films, if you yes,
Please ignore
yes,
this chicken. This chicken don't have shit to do with it.
choke me. Choke me, nigga. You know, I would listen. I would in my adult films, I would take a chicken like that chicken,
Yeah.
and I would pull it out and be like, "Ooh, I feel like chicken tonight, like chicken." You know, I would do something to make it funny. And if people have watched my adult films, you know, which I'm not promoting, but you know, if you like, you know, but if people have watched my films, they would see that, you know, I use those types of props and very comical, very looking at the camera.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna talk candid with you because I feel like that I can.
Okay.
I've done film where I was like, and you know, and the way I would have them do the camera, do it like in and out, like it was it was comedy to me. And there were times that we were filming scenes, and when we would film the scenes, and the actor and myself we would fall out fucking laughing because you know, trying to get through the scene because it was just funny. Like it
You made it funny.
So for me, I always knew that whatever stage that I was on, I wanted to laugh. I wanted to laugh and have fun. I remember me bouncing on this boy Dingley. My booty is really huge, so I remember me, oh yeah, baby, ooh, 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 just a bust into that, just funny. And that shit would sell. Like nobody else was doing that stuff like me, and it would sell. Like that shit.
You made it.
Sell.
You made it entertainment. Okay,
It
let me
was
just
entertainment
clarify.
for me.
I didn't know nothing about your movies before I interviewed you last time. I wasn't.
Oh, you didn't? Okay,
no,
that's
ma'am.
good.
No, ma'am. Wasn't really watching those films.
That means I'm on the path. That means I'm on the right path to Christ. That's good.
Right, but then when you talk to me about who you are, I just knew that the TS stands for transsexual. And I wanted to have great people on my show. And then people told me you got over 500,000 followers. I said, ooh, without knowing you, I said, ooh, I want her on my show because, of course, who don't want the numbers? I want the numbers. The other day I used the word bitch, and I didn't mean to because I don't ever call a woman a bitch, even if I'm battling with them. But I like to use the word because it's funny. And I hear you say it when you're talking to people. It's funny. And I saw Zendaya on TV, who is amazing. Absolutely amazing. And then they said 88 million hits, and I said on air without paying attention, this bitch got 88.8 million followers. I didn't mean in a derogatory way, but I had 30 people wrote me, oh, you called her a bitch. I wasn't calling her anything. I was just marveling at the fact that this woman got those many people. So when I met you and I talked to you the first time and we had so much fun, and then I asked you questions that was really way out and you answered them with joy as your mama stood next to you, I said, I'm gonna go peek at the movie. I ain't watched the whole movie. I went and watched parts of it because I wanted to see what you was doing, okay? And then, stop that. And then when I saw what you was doing, I see what you mean. You were being playful. You was doing what you needed to do, but at the same time, the part of you as the artist was all in. You was already being funny and doing your thing. But I just think this is miles and miles and miles and miles of growth that you went from that to getting yourself more together, becoming more elegant, get the Queen's show that you do is off the chain, and now that's evolved into
see,
a
here's the thing.
show.
Even before I was doing the Queen's, even before the first phase of the Queen's Court, I was doing a show called T.S. Madison. It was called Unapologetically You with T.S. Madison.
Okay.
You know, and I was interviewing people who were in secular places. I would interview strippers. I'd interview people with controversial stories. And here's the thing. I did the interview, which was my last interview that I did that made me so angry. And I ain't talked about this in years.
Okay.
The last interview that I did, it was with my friend who at the time, when I first met him, my friend identified as a lesbian.
Okay.
And now he's a trans man.
Okay.
And my other friend was fluid. And so I titled the video LBGT and the lesbian is silent. Something I said about that. and it was like the trans men and other people from the LBGT plus community start attacking me because they said that I was equating a trans man to a lesbian. And instead of them watching the show, you know, and really learning something from the guest of the show, they were attacking me, you know, saying that I was so ignorant, I was so dumb to this, and you know, and how can I label blah blah blah, all of this shit. And I'm like, nigga, no one really talks about the lesbians in the LBGT, and nobody really talks about the trans man like that. Here I am, that's on a platform that's given, you know, views to and giving a platform to people who identify the way that they identify. You can't take these people's individualities away from them. This person who I was friends with, who I've been friends with for years, I met him when he identified as a she. So they started, that was the last show I did. I said, man, fuck these puss ass fucking hoes and fuck these bitch ass niggas for doing this shit, for treating me like this. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that I'm not the greatest, and I know that I'm not the person that they want to look to because of all the things that I've done and the way that I am. But still, I got people watching me. So I'm here in the learning space trying to learn about this shit too, because it is lots of letters and symbols and shit that I'm still learning. And so I had these people here who were sitting on the next to me, explaining to me about female to male transition and about being fluid. And I'm sitting here learning this. And because I worded the fucking shit in the title of the video about the lesbian is silent in the LBGT, them motherfuckers were so hell bent on me labeling that shit that they were missing the entire message. And the message was that this person is my friend, and my friend used to be a lesbian, but now he's a trans fucking man.
Wow.
And this friend over here is a fluid person. You can call her she, him, her. She's fluid. And so this was a conversation between these two people and me, and we just talking, and these motherfucking people was so mad at me. Was so mad at me because I'm over here trying to learn the shit. And see, that's the shit that makes people in the heterosexual community feel some type of way towards us, because bitch, they be thinking that people supposed to know this shit immediately. I don't even know this fucking shit immediately. I was raised up by straight people, bitch. So I only know what the fuck they know. Exactly. So I'm sitting here trying to figure out, I'm trying to learn. Like, okay, because I don't know too much. I don't know about it. Like, listen, when it goes from female to male, I don't know much about that. All I know about is male to female. And so me sitting talking to my friend who came out on the show. That was my friends coming out on the show. My friend came out and said, hey, now I'm no longer lesbian. I am a trans man. I'm like, oh, okay. So how does this work? How does this go? Explain me this. Like, talk to me about this, because I don't have deep experience in this. All I know is about me going from he to fucking she. So talk to me about it. Oh my God. So everybody over here, I stopped doing it. I stopped. And I wish I would have never stopped doing it. What I did was I let them come. I let the audience take too much control over what I was trying to do. You
Right.
know, and I felt some kind of way because, bitch, I'm trying to fucking learn this shit too. You motherfucking hoes calling me ignorant and dumb and shit like this. Yes, I'm fucking ignorant and dumb to this shit. I don't know. So this person is teaching me about their life. You get what I'm saying? They're teaching me about their life. I don't know about, and he did not represent all trans men. He did not. What he represented was himself. And he told me that he used to be a lesbian. And he used to even go far as to say, hey, I was a dyke.
Wow.
So I was like, oh, so, you know, so we were getting into things of trying to figure out what words we can't say, shit that we can't say. No, so I'm here learning. I'm over here with my pen, like, okay, let me jot this down, you know, because I want to be respectful, because I want a motherfucker to respect me. So let me jot this shit down so I don't disrespect you. Them people made me so fucking mad. Like, they were making videos and shit about my show. I stopped it. It was called Unapologetically You, with T.S. Madison. And I used to have it was for Dash Radio. I was first started doing it for Dash Radio. And it was I did it over in Alpharetta. They gave me a little studio, a little space, a little green screen space, and I was interviewing people, like interviewing people. And I interviewed a few guests, but that shit made me so fucking mad. That shit made me so mad that I'm trying to do something for the community, for my own community. I'm also trying to learn some shit from people from the community. And as I'm trying to learn this shit from the community, I go the same community over here with fucking butcher knives, machetes, daggers and shit, trying to fucking stab me up. And I'm trying to teach, because I know that my audience is 99.99% female, black females. I know this, that the largest percentage of my audience is black females. And so black females do what? Majority of the time, they sleep with men. So if a female watching me, so the nigga over the shoulder looking at like, bitch, what you looking at? You watch that damn queen every fucking night, making you laugh and shit. And then they sitting around having these conversations or whatever. Here we go, learning about something. I bring a guest. I bring a guest over, and the guest is, if the guest is motherfucking interesting to me, I know it's gonna be interesting to my straight audience, because, you know, the guest blew me away. And my other guest that was so fluid, was insane. And my guest was talking about how, and she told me that she's very masculine. And my guest told me that she's okay with being called her and she. And I was like, are you sure? Because you're very masculine to me. And I don't want to see you if you met. She was like, shit, I like to fuck pussy. I like dick sometimes. I like a trans one. I was like, oh, okay.
I think at this point I should let the audience know this is not the family show, so don't have your kids.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you continue on the path you're on, because I came to interview you, and I want you to be the authentic you and to talk about you, you know, and so you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And also I want you to know, if you've come in here late and you see that the comments are on, they're blocking her lovely face, but she wants the comments on. So I'm leaving them on for you, because I'd rather just see you, because a lot of times people just say ignorant stuff in there.
Somebody saying something ignorant now. We ain't gonna block them, child. Let them talk.
Oh, no, I block the ignorant if I can catch it. But what I'm here is to talk to you about. What I'm saying is, I understand, I see why you really should have a show, because you have something to say, and you have a great passion and a positive energy about you, about how you can say this stuff. And there's a lot of people like yourself who do not know all the stuff about themselves. They don't even know all this stuff. And they're learning too. And where else are they going to go to find out, to talk to somebody, have somebody express that feeling and that learningness, if they don't have people like you who speak up and say, hey, this is who I really am, and this is what I want to know. You know, so that's why I think your show is so magnificent, because you're being you and your mama, and you talking about your life, this is a real life. And there may be people who may object to your particular lifestyle.
Correct.
But that's your lifestyle. Robert Townsend told me a long time ago, I was trying to do a show, and somebody else was trying to tell me how I should be doing the show. And it just was not the way I felt it should be. And Townsend said, Michael, you can't let nobody else act out in your dream. See, this is your dream. You can't let people act out in your dream. You have to be authentically you. And that's what got you the way you are now, is that you said, I'm going to just keep being me no matter what the fuck.
Yeah, so you know the legendary Robert Townsend?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh my God. I love Robert. Robert Townsend. Let me tell you something. Robert Townsend is who I pull a lot of my spoofy shit from.
Wow.
Listen, Robert Townsend was way before the Wayans. Yeah. Robert Townsend was way before Scary Movie, any of that shit.
Yeah.
Robert Townsend does not get enough recognition for the things, for the
That's
way
true.
that he reshaped and resculpted the way Black comedy and Black spoofing things are. Like, listen, one of Robert Townsend's greatest works to me is on a person who I really want to have as a guest on my whenever God blesses me with my main show. I want her to be my first guest, and that is Jennifer Lewis.
I love Jennifer Lewis.
Listen, and she did Jackie's Back.
Yes.
Bitch, that was Robert Townsend peed for doing that. There was so many nuances in that movie.
He directed that?
Robert Townsend, yes.
I didn't know that. He directed the first movie I was in, which is called Hollywood Shuffle. You talk about a classic, and talk about spoofing Hollywood and how they treat Black people, and still to this day, minorities. They want you to be the way, these white folks want you to be the way they think Black people should be. They'll tell a Black person, no, be funkier, put more funk in it. Like, who the fuck are you to tell a Black person to put more funk in it, more soul in it? You don't know nothing about no soul with your corny ass. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, so he did that. He did Meteor Man. He did your. He did your. He did
the 5 Heartbeats.
Yes, but his comedic timing was like so on to me, and I don't think that people really they didn't get it. He was ahead of his time. He was ahead of his time, and
wow.
It's just like I watched his things, and I know he's somebody that I really would love. I would really love for him to do something for me. Like to direct something for me, to create something for me, because I like when I want to do something great, I want to go to the old greats, not the new greats. Right. I want to go to the old greats,
classic cats,
the classic ones that made me fall in love with my own personality, because I said he knows how to bring interesting personalities to life. He knows how to do that. And it was just so amazing. Like, I'm telling you, Jackie's Back is, if anybody out there, because I can see y'all in the comments, anybody out there has ever watched Jackie's Back and you watch that fucking entendre, and she says, entendre, go get mama's cough syrup, to make it a double. And I was like, who was her name is entendre, and then she said double, it's a double entendre. Then when it's just so many things in that movie, like when he did the part where she did rather than anything, and I'm Coco, and then she said it's a trap, Coco. What? It like little stuff that just drove me insane, like watching this fucking Jackie's Back movie. It really shaped me. It really shaped the way that I do comic shit, you know, busting out into song. Like I will bust out into a fucking song in the middle of something, you know, because that's what I'm feeling, you know. And my fans who have followed me for so many years, pick up on all of that stuff. I can quote a movie from 100 years ago, bitch. If it's funny, I can do it.
I want to take comments off you for 2 minutes.
Okay.
Just because I want people to see you. You're beautiful. You know?
You think so?
Yeah, and you're beautiful in your stand as well. And you ain't biting your tongue. You are going to be unapologetically you. And you know, if all of us could be that, if we could be our true selves, everybody will be happy. Just be who you are. Do you. That's like all the artists you see who succeed It's called they go out there and be themselves. You see a Jim Carrey, he gets as crazy as he wants. He ain't nervous about it. Cat Williams, he don't bite his tongue. He just come out and do him. You know, when you can do you, when you can be your own authentic self, you've gotten to what this is about, and the universe will bow down to that. Because that's all the universe wants you to do is be you, you know, and you do that, and you're doing it beautifully. And that's why your show is so awesome, because we get to see you living it. Walk around your house with your mom and them and talking about how you going to make the next thing work or not work. Whether it work or not, you still got to keep on living, you know? So I'm gonna put these I want to ask some questions really quick. They have 10 questions in a box over here for you. So I just want to ask, okay, hey Nelly baby, I see you saying hi. Okay, where can I see your talk show? That's We TV tomorrow night on Thursday.
Tomorrow.
10 o'clock.
My show is on We TV. My show is on We TV Thursdays at 10 o'clock p.m. 7 your time. And it's called the T.S. Madison Experience.
And somebody wants to know, could they be your assistant? I think
what kind of assistant?
You got an assistant, right?
Yeah, you talking about Chi Chi? Yeah, that's my baby.
Right, Chi Chi. Somebody here named Levette McCray. Oh, Levette McCray said, can I be your assistant? I just want to just throw a couple of questions in there people had thrown in there for you. I'm going to cut your comments back on.
Okay.
And can you just tell us how is this for your mother? You know, because I know she's gone through it from not being able to accept you to being able to accept you. And then I heard her the other night talking about how proud she is of you because all the stuff you went through and that you still are fighting your way through. Tell me about your mother, Miss Mary.
Listen, me and my mother is like, that's my mama.
Mm-hmm.
But my mother is like more than my mother. She's my mother. She's my sister. That's my friend. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my good child. We bicker back and forth with like old biddies. To see her go through this journey with me, like it really makes me feel so good, because I do, like I tell people before, there was a time when like I walked away from my family, and I walked away from my family because I needed to find me. I walked away from my family to find me. And when I found me, you know, when I was finding me, my mother was over there. I left, and I didn't have a support system of my mother or my family, or, you know, all of this stuff, because I didn't give them an opportunity to do that, you know? And I didn't give them that opportunity because, you know, growing up, you growing up in the church, you growing up around a lot of, I'm from a black family. You know what the black families do, child, around the cookout, honey, when they find out somebody gay, somebody trans, somebody, you know, they do all them hands, right, shit, doing all this. And I think that the worst thing that we can do as black people is have all that homophobic and transphobic talk that we don't even know that we have around kids. And kids are growing up afraid, you know, to really, because, you know, you hear say, boy, you better put some bass in your voice. Talk like a man, move like a man. You better not be over there crying like no bitch. You know what I'm saying? Right. And you really thinking that you're toughening them up, and you think that you're doing this stuff, but it's really damaging. You have to let a child grow into who they are. People do not realize that when you come out of the womb, you come out of the womb with an already long list of things that's already set for you to do, and you don't even know, you ain't even got in the world yet. You're gonna be a man. You're gonna have a bunch of kids. I'm gonna be a grandmama, a grandfather. You're gonna be a doctor, a lawyer, a basketball player, a football player. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be a player because you cute, you sexy, you fine. You gonna be
Right.
slanging that dick everywhere. You gonna have a
Mm-hmm.
whole boy. He gonna have you see him as kid. Oh, he gonna have a whole bunch of girls after him. Like your
Mm-hmm.
future is already spoken over you.
Right.
You know when you come out. So when this happens, you have to live up to this. This shit you got to live up to.
Mm-hmm.
You got to live up to shit like that. And so what you having to live up to stuff like that, imagine you having a whirlwind of shit going on the inside of you that you hearing this and then you don't feel this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to fuck no woman. I don't want to have a bunch of children. I don't want to have a bunch of hoes, and I don't want that stuff. I
So
don't want to shoot no
that's not
hoops and
what's
play
true for
basketball.
you.
I don't
Right.
want to shoot no hoops and play basketball. I don't want to do that. Why is this list of things for me that I have to do already? Like why? And now because I don't want to do these things, or because this is some shit that I feel is weird to me. Now I'm strange. Now I'm the
Mm-hmm.
strange one because I think what people fail to realize is that this is a straight world.
Mm-hmm.
The television programs you to be straight. Your household programs you to be straight. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the programming. And when you
Mm-hmm.
go against it, now you're weird. Like,
Mm-hmm.
bitch, I don't have wet dreams about pussy. I find women attractive, but I don't want to have I don't want to do that. I don't want to have sex with a woman. Like she can be beautiful. I don't want to have sex with her.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm weird. I got a mental disorder. Now all of this stuff is going on. Like, oh, you're crazy because I got my rules when I came out the pussy. I got my rules and I followed the rules. Why you can't follow the rules? No, bitch, those not the rules that I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think people really even look at it like that simple. We've put so many big textbook words on the shit and
Right.
calling it this and dysphoria and that shit and whatever and all of this kind of shit that's going on. When it's simply you motherfucking people gave us a set of rules that we got to follow because y'all was given a set of rules that you had to follow. And the people that gave you the rules, they gave you the rules that you had to follow. And when we don't want to abide by those rules, now we're strange, we're weird, we're crazy, we're fucked up, we're this way when this don't feel right to us. And a lot of people are trying to follow that rule book, and their world is fucked up. Their world is messed up because they're trying to follow that rule book, and they are miserable trying to go down the checklist. Okay, let me put the check in the box. Okay, I got a bunch of hoes. I'm fucking a bunch of women. I got 4 or 5 kids.
So if you don't follow those rules, then it's considered by those who have made these rules that you're lost. And so they then go about trying to save you from yourself. But the thing is you are already being, bitch, you got a fire alarm on your phone?
No, that's an Amber Alert. Somebody in Statesville, North Carolina, in a 2014 gray Honda Odyssey done stole a child.
Dang. Okay.
It's always the Hondas that are snapping.
It's always Hondas. I wouldn't let my kid be nowhere near a damn Honda. It's always a Honda.
They done stole a child.
It's rare that they steal them in a Prius. I don't know what that is, but it's rare. But okay, so I see what your point is. So what are you going to convey? What do you want to tell people and show them in your story as you're doing your show? And I don't know why, but I already visualized that kind of a conversation that Oprah had with Mark. What's her name? Markle. What's her name? The lady who's the princess.
Meghan Markle.
Meghan Markle. I can see Oprah sitting in her garden having a conversation with you like that.
You better manifest
I
it.
visualize that.
Manifest it, Honda BBB. I shout out, manifest it, honey. Manifest it.
You better let him use you now. Come on now.
Yes.
What do you want to convey in your show? You want people to learn about you.
What I'm learning
though is that you're being you.
What I want people to learn is that I'm no different than you. Trans people are no different than everybody else. We have a human experience, just like everybody else on on the earth. We just not following the rule, the set guidelines. Like we stepped outside. Whichever one of them pills we done took it to come out the matrix.
That's
We're not
right.
in the matrix, honey. We're not in the matrix.
Mm.
We don't say that that blue is for boys and pink is for girls. That's a social construct. We don't live our lives based off of a social construct.
Mm. A young man just said on here, I've been watching you for a while and you helped me and my son's relationship, and my son is straight. No matter the person's gender, you can definitely learn and gain knowledge from that person. All right, go ahead. And that's
yeah. So for me, that's what I want to take away from the show to be. I want the people to know that they're having a human experience on the T.S. Madison experience. I'm trying to go after my goal. And I'm not leaning on the fact that I'm trans. Like, I'm not saying, oh my God, because I'm trans, I can't do it. I know that that's an obstacle for me, but I'm not going to put that check in the box like, well, because that's an obstacle, I'm going, no, that because that's an obstacle, I'm going to go 15 times harder. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to lean on that and be like, give it to me because I'm trans. No, give it to me because I can do the fucking job. You know what I'm saying? And then not only that, I'm Black. Like, nigga, I'm Black. Nigga. Nigga, I don't know how much that I could like really try to say this shit and just like really get people to understand. Like, I'm not protected because I'm under the LBGT umbrella. I'm Black. Bitch, they still won't put no brown line on the damn goddamn gay flag. Ain't no brown line on there.
Wow.
I'm Black.
Wow.
So
I hadn't noticed that.
I face the same shit. And then not only do I gotta face the shit, I gotta face the shit from white folk. I gotta face the shit from colors too. Why? Nigga, I'm Black like you.
You know how much is it? How much of it is fear? Fear that people feel that you being you, that you're training and teaching transgendering, that you're encouraging others to do.
I'll tell you this, and I'll just leave that question like this. Earlier, I made the analogy of the checklist when we come out of the womb. Let's go back to that checklist. Okay? The world is programmed to be straight. That's the programming of the world.
Yeah.
Bitch, that's all I knew. So I ain't seen no trans on TV. I ain't seen no gay on TV like that growing. I'm 43 years old. We're just now starting to be more visible in the last decade. Okay, I'm 43. I'm 43. In the words of Nene Leakes, when she was I'm 43. I'm 43. And I'm looking at now that we have an opportunity to occupy space and visibility and stuff like that. Bitch, who influenced me? The first thing I ever saw on TV was a woman and a man fucking. The first porno tape I ever saw was a man and a woman having sex. The music was telling me about the men. Uncle Luke was talking about getting his dick sucked by big titty women with big booties and wet pussy. That's all I heard. I didn't hear anything about gay. I didn't hear no gay music. No. So the influence. So what are we doing? Because we want to be visible. We matter in this world. We need to be seen too. We're human beings. People need to know that we're here. So who conformed? Who transformed me? Damn show wasn't the TV because I ain't see shit on there but titties and ass. They didn't even show the male genitalia on TV. Now you get a little glimpse of it on some of the after dark shows on HBO or Showtime or whatever. But
what channel, Maddie? What channel?
She's so
Showtime.
Stupid. She's so stupid. She over here yelling what channel. My woman yelling what channel. She says she loves you.
I've seen so many titties and so much coochie.
Come tell her.
And so much sex from straight sex and so much straight relationship. Hey, mama,
Hey,
Hey,
gorgeous. How
beauty.
are you?
I'm on here.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. What an honor to see you really full out live your truth. It's
Yes.
time for a big change in the world.
In the world.
You're the one. You are the one.
Yes.
So you are rightfully chosen, and we thank God for you. So
Yes.
I
And
just
listen,
say
I need y'all to tweet, share it. We
yes,
gotta keep it going. We know what I'm saying? We
yes,
gotta keep it going. Tweet, share it,
yes,
love it.
yes. Congratulations. Please hug Miss Mary.
Where is Miss Mary tonight?
She back there in the bed.
Oh, okay. She gotta
She in
cook
the
something
bed.
for us, cause every time I see her, she cooking stuff.
Listen, today she made some some fork is it fork hook or fork long lima beans, the really big lima beans.
Wow.
And I just ate them with cornbread. Ooh.
Is it hot water cornbread? Are they baking it in the oven?
She bakes it in the oven, but I ate. Ooh, it was so
Okay.
good. Oh, yeah, but Michael, you understand what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, and I understand that people should have a right to be who they are within the constitution of their own body. And there are all type of doctrines that tell people who they need to be, what they got to be, so God will love them or society will accept them. Well, God already digs everybody the way you are in my book, because God already know who you was going to be before you knew who you was going to be. You know,
Right.
otherwise you can trick God. I can't believe you going to trick God. God didn't see it coming. He didn't see that. Fuck out of here. God already knows everything that's going to happen a million years before it happened, because he's God. He already knew all this. So if he already know that, how he going to be mad at somebody? How you going to be mad at someone's choices? What happens as a human being, when we're born, we are the people that we are. And sometimes we have to struggle to be the person that somebody else wants us to be. I applaud that you don't do that dance. I applaud that you encourage yourself to be yourself and that you march forward proudly as yourself. And you have to go through everything. You have to win your mama over. You have to win society over, your friends over, but you won you over. And that's what's really important. You realize who you are and stand tall in your authentic self. And that's all you're going to do. You can't please other people anyway. I never ever understood why anybody would give a fuck what other people think about them. You know, and people going around letting folks think a way about them, and so they feel bad about themselves because somebody else felt that way. Those same people that feel that way was going to never do anything for you. Even if you were the type of person they wanted you to be, they wouldn't hand you a sandwich or a $5 bill. So don't worry
Right.
about them. You got to stay on your path, whatever it is, and live it with your authenticity, because at the end of the day, you dying by yourself. You
That's
came in here
it.
by yourself, and you going out of here by yourself. Unless, of
That's
course,
it.
you get caught in like a car crash and everybody burn up at the same time. But otherwise, you're pretty much going out by yourself. You
Well,
know?
hell, when you stand at the seat, you're gonna be by yourself. Hold on.
Wow. Well, I am I'm happy about your show. We have already gone an hour. I do this show with 2 people at 30 minutes each, but I wanted you to have the full hour because I really want to be able to have you tell who you are and let people know about this awesome show that's on We TV at 10 p.m. every Thursday night. Not where 10 p.m. Eastern or all across the planet?
No, 10 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, so 10 p.m. Eastern makes it 7 p.m. here, but I think it comes on at 8 p.m. here. No, I think it's on at 10 p.m. in Los Angeles. I think it comes on 10 p.m. in Los Angeles.
If it comes on at 10 p.m. in Los Angeles, then it's on at 1 o'clock in the morning here.
Right. So we have that 3-hour difference. And, watch the show for yourself. Make your own decision, whether you like the direction. I watch you because I watch how you're working with your team. That just means a lot for me because I'm putting my stuff together. I got all these different shows and things that I'm doing. I'm on 7 projects, dog that shit on the floor. And everybody, please know, I have a morning show not every day, Monday through Friday, 5 days a week, 7 a.m. Los Angeles time on YouTube, the Micheal Colyar Morning Show. And I got an awesome team, Miss Ebony Elijah and Christopher Richards, who's brilliant, and Kelly, my queen, you just saw, Kelly, and who I mentioned earlier. And the whole time I'm figuring out how to navigate the team. So everybody feel appreciated, everybody can do their best work, and then we can get to the top just like you doing. And my struggle is no different than yours, except my struggle is I don't know the right people. Some folks in this town try to blackball me. I'm a crackhead, 23 years smoking crack, although I have 10 years of sobriety. And I have all these things too that I have to work through. So when I'm watching you with your electric and crazy team putting it together, the love and the dedication they have for you. I see that when your machines didn't work the other day and they run around and you're like, well, I'm not going to worry about it. It's going to be cool. Then when you had your cliffhanger, which I'm not going to tell the people, although that show already ran, you should let me mention the cliffhanger.
Yeah, you can. That Tiffany didn't come.
That Tiffany didn't come, and you was expecting Tiffany, Miss New York, to come and be on your show, and she supports you and work with you all the time. But her team said, hey, that COVID, you don't need to be on no plane. And your whole show, you building up that she's coming, and then she get on the phone and say, hey, I don't want to let you down, but I ain't coming. And then your ass go to commercial. I was
That
like,
was
you
good.
going to commercial now?
Yeah,
So I
that was
can't
good.
wait to see how tomorrow opens up, you know? And I, too, want my own talk show, my own sitcom. I want all these things, too. So I have a similar path as yours, which is I ain't letting nothing stop me. I'm like
You
a
can't.
runaway train.
You
Get on the
can't.
track if you want to. I'll run your ass over because we going forward with our creativity and our art. We keeping God first. Everything's about family and God. Once you get family and God down, everything else takes care of itself, and we're going to keep going forward with our creativity. You done froze up on me again, but that's okay. That gives me an opportunity to say more stuff. So tomorrow, y'all, Thursday at 11 a.m. on Instagram. Okay. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. on Instagram, I read books to the children. Every Thursday at 11 a.m. on Instagram. And my host is a young guy named Roscoe. They talking about me? Yes, they talking about you. Yay. Yay. So Roscoe opens the show. I read one book to the kids. I read 2 poems by Shel Silverstein, and then I give a book away to the kids. We do that every Thursday. Every Wednesday, I'm here at 6 p.m. doing superstar interviews. And 5 days a week at 7 a.m., we do the Micheal Colyar Morning Show. You go to YouTube, put in the Micheal Colyar Morning Show. Please subscribe and like and share. And she's going to come right back on. She just have to replug it in because we're not going to just let her leave like that. It ain't like that. No. What we going to do is go on and bring her the right way so she can say a proper goodbye out of here. And I'm loving this. Our show is totally about positivity. When you come in the morning, we got comedians every morning. We got musical artists. We had a black aerospace scientist, a female, off the chain. So we have all these different artists that come on. And halfway through each show, we pray because it's all about family and God. Yeah, sometimes I be cussing and shit, but not on the show. And if we cuss on the show, the money goes into the cuss jar. And when the cuss jar gets full, like next Friday, the cuss jar will be full. I'm sorry, Sonia Harley, but I'm currently doing a live show. So I can't talk to you right now, but I'll call you back. Thanks, sweetie. Yeah. All right. Okay, call me back. All right. Woo, woo, woo. And she came on my show and killed it. Sonia Harley, she's off the chain, and she's about to do a big gig with Jill. With Jill who? With Jill Scott. Oh, I love Jill Scott, you know. So that's off the chain. Okay, let me go back in and see if Miss Maddie came back. Wait a minute. Let me see if she's back in there so I can bring her on because she got to say goodbye properly. She can't just be gone. Like, poof. She gone. That ain't magic. But we've had 3 magicians on our show also, too. So you want to go on YouTube and put in the Micheal Colyar Morning Show. Woo, woo. There you are. We wasn't going to just leave you. We're going to let you leave properly. Hi.
I don't know what happened, child. The thing that's been acting crazy. I said, Lord, what in the hell happened?
No, they knew I needed a few minutes to promote my other shows. So I really love you, Maddie. I think you're awesome. I think you're totally positive and uplifting. I know that you are God blessed. God digs you. I don't care what nobody else says. Some ugly folk might want to say some stuff, but if you going to hell, that's going to be the place where the party is anyway. Some of my
Boom.
best friends are right there. Ronaldo Ray was a great comedian, and I went and spoke at his funeral, and everybody else come to talk about when he going to heaven, and I went up and said, Ronaldo Ray going to heaven? Wait a minute. I don't think we know the same Ronaldo. So the thing is, don't worry about the labels and the titles that people put out there. Just worry about being your authentic self and being kind to other people and being true to you and honoring your mother. That's important. We got to honor our parents because that will give us the respect we need for ourselves to honor ourselves and just keep being true. What would you like to leave folks with? And I'm definitely taking these comments off your face so they can see you when you tell us how'd you like to leave this show?
I would like. I would really like to leave the people with, if you fall down, get up. And you'll only go as far as you allow yourself to go. Mm-hmm. And sometimes, listen, even on I'm on this journey. I'm still on this journey. Like, I'm not exactly where I want to be now. I just got a television show. I'm still striving. Mm-hmm. Like the bottom. I mean, the top of one mountain is the bottom of another, and you're gonna be climbing those things until you until the end. But just if you fall down, get up and keep going. And that's it.
Yeah. Well, I thank you so much. I appreciate you for coming on our show and being yourself, opening up and being freely speaking to us. Some of my fans probably got a little shocked. I called some of them and told them, I got a minister friend I called and said, you should see my show tonight. It's going to be off the chain, but we going to be cussing and shit. And he's like, well, I've heard cussing. I've heard cussing before, but some people will be proof.
Damn, that sounded like, who that was, Kirk Franklin? I know Kirk Franklin ain't telling you about you having somebody on here cussing. When he got all them old porno tapes, he had to throw out there in the dumpster from back in the day. And probably 2 or 3 of mine was in that bitch. Who knows? So whoa. Ask him, do he want a revolution or not? Okay.
It's got to be a blast hanging out with you. I want to do a shout out to Flame Monroe.
That's my girl.
Friend. That's your girl. She said she going to check in. Got to always shout out my team, Malika Blessing and Ebony Elijah and Christopher Richards and Kelly McCann. I got to shout my team out, and I got to shout out good old God. We can't do anything without God. It's all about God. If God is not the answer, you ask the wrong question. Now, when it gets to judgment, y'all want to go someplace else, talk to somebody else, because that ain't y'all gig. That's God's gig, but he's always here. He never leaves us. Some people say because COVID came, oh, God has turned our back on us. No, he didn't. He never left the room. It is not the tragedy you're making it. It's just a world reset. You got to reset the things you're doing. Reset the way you work. Reset your finances. Reset your health. You're going to be all right soon as the swelling go down.
That's it.
So I really thank you for being here on the Micheal Colyar Superstar Interviews. You are right. Superstar.
And that last statement you said, honey, you'll be all right after the swelling don't go down. That's how I always convince them to get in the bed with me.
And that was what Ronaldo Ray say all the time. Be all right soon as the swelling go down. God bless you real good. This is the Micheal Colyar Superstar Interview. We've been with T.S. Madison
of the T.S. Madison Experience on WE TV Thursday nights at 10 p.m.
10 p.m. Check your local listing, and also this program, share it. Her program, share it, subscribe, follow, like. Tell your mama and Pookie and run and get off the couch, because we bring entertainment to the world, and y'all just can't stop us. Thank you, my friend. God bless you. Give your mama a big old hug from us, too. We love us some Miss Mary.
I promise you I will.
And to the Maddie mob, y'all keep on following her, because she's doing the right thing, because she's doing what's correct in her heart for her. As long as you trust that, then you trust God, you good. Yes, don't worry about other people.
And y'all follow Micheal Colyar, Maddie mob. Make sure y'all run them numbers up on Micheal Colyar page, goddammit.
Woo. I'm there. Thank you. God bless you. Have a good night, and thanks for coming to our show.
Thank you, baby.
See, what I'm going to need for y'all to do is get y'all remote right this. If you got Xfinity, and go over here to the button and say, the T.S. Madison Experience. And see what the bitch come up and do, and see what she say. Oh, she need to say this right here. That's what need to be said right there on y'all screens and stuff like that. And y'all need to be recording the series or whatever on the WeTV situation. This goes for all the fans of the TS, all the hating bitches, and everybody else in between. You get what I'm saying? The experience is coming March the 4th. Pull it together, bitch.